Disney's biggest parks announcements of the year are coming tomorrow, and we think Disneyland may be about to reveal something much bigger than just updates on projects we already know about. Hey everyone, I'm Julie from Main Street U.S.A. Studios, and today we're making our final Disneyland D23 predictions before Disney takes the stage. D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, is officially underway in Anaheim, and tomorrow is the day we've been really waiting for when Disney takes the stage and reveals what's next, specifically for the parks. So we'll have our full update next week covering everything Disney actually announces, but before that happens, we're making our predictions, and this year I think we have a pretty good idea of what to expect. So first off, we don't think we're going to get a huge list of brand new Disneyland projects. So Disney's already hinted that this year's Experiences Showcase will focus more on going deeper into projects announced in 2024 and showing how they're now being designed and built. So for Disney, that makes sense. We already know a lot is coming, we just don't know very much about it. So like for Avengers Campus, we know it's doubling in size with Avengers Infinity Defense and Stark Flight Lab, and construction is already well underway. We obviously know a Coco attraction is coming to U.S.A. with early work already started. And as we mentioned, we know a new major Avatar experience is coming to U.S.A. And now that D23 is underway, we actually have our best look at it yet. So even before the big Parks Day announcements on Saturday, Disney has a physical model of the new Avatar area on display inside the Imagineering Pavilion, and it's definitely from Pandora. And if you look at it, it looks nothing like the world of Avatar at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's totally different. We were told that this version is inspired by Avatar: The Way of Water and future Avatar films. And you can obviously see in this concept construction model that this has a much bigger emphasis on the water. You can see the boat for the new attraction. We're loving this ride vehicle. It looks to us almost like a newer version of the boats you'd see on Frozen Ever After, or maybe Pirates of the Caribbean, or It's a Small World. So we're expecting something more substantial, hoping it's more substantial than the Navi River journey. We'd love to see some kind of a drop in the ride, but it does look like it's in that direction. Hoping tomorrow we'll learn a lot more about that. And then obviously we have DisneylandForward, which is the really big one. DisneylandForward is the city-approved possibility for Disney to expand its theme parks into areas of the resort that previously couldn't be used that way. If you weren't familiar with DisneylandForward, one of those areas is the Simba parking lot. This one's right next to the Pixar Place Hotel and across from Disneyland Drive on the back of the Incredicoaster. And so we already know Disney's intending to put this area and turn it into a major theme park expansion. We just don't know exactly what's going there. So this is where our biggest prediction for D23 comes in. We think we could finally get our first glimpse of what Disney is considering for the Simba Lot. So not necessarily an attraction name or an opening date, but we can absolutely see Disney putting a new piece of concept art on the giant screen and finally giving us an idea of what's going to be coming there. We have seen concept art for this area, but it's been very vague and difficult to determine which characters or which franchises are being considered. And in our opinion, if that concept art that we see happens to have a very large, very snowy North Mountain in the background, I don't think any of us are going to be shocked. Our prediction is, of course, Frozen, specifically something similar to World of Frozen at Disneyland Paris. We're thinking it's going to be a smaller, highly themed Frozen land built around one major attraction rather than an enormous land with multiple rides. We strongly feel that Frozen makes a lot of sense. Both Frozen and Frozen 2 made more than $1 billion worldwide, and Frozen 2 was the highest grossing animated movie of all time when it was released. So for a major expansion of the resort, it's really hard for us to imagine one of its biggest franchises not eventually having a major presence. But of course, this is our prediction. We don't have any facts to substantiate it, but we think it is a very likely possibility. We'd be very surprised if Frozen isn't considered as one of the possibilities by Disney, especially because they already have a footprint and an idea for it, both from the Epcot Frozen ride and from the Frozen ride in Paris. So beyond that, we do think that most of Disneyland's announcements are going to be updates on projects we already know about. Like Avengers Infinity Defense, that's probably one where we'll get a lot of information. Construction is really far along. Disney should have plenty to show us, whether that's new concept art, ride details, or possibly a better idea of when we'll actually be able to ride the ride. And then for Coco, we'd expect another look at the attraction. Hopefully more detailed concept art there, showing what the attraction and surrounding area will actually look like. Maybe give us a visual of the ride vehicles. And then with Avatar, we have that first major look with the model on the show floor. We're hoping we learn more about the ride itself, maybe get some idea of when we can expect it to open. And finally, we have the Eastern Gateway. This isn't as flashy as the new attractions. It's a little less exciting, but it's going to make a huge physical change to the resort with the new parking structure, the transportation hub on the east side. We've talked a lot about the pedestrian bridge over Harbor Boulevard and the new major arrival experience for guests. So with all the work going on in the Esplanade on that project in general, we do think there's a good chance we'll get a better look at that, including some new concept art showing what that might look like. So we're trying to stay grounded on our expectations for D23. We already have these really big projects underway with Avengers Campus, with Coco, with Avatar and the Eastern Gateway and DisneylandForward. So it's probably going to be more about updating and giving us more details about those. We'll definitely be watching closely for a snowy, frozen style mountain in the distance. But by this time tomorrow, we should have our answer and we will be back with you next week to talk about all of the announcements.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.